There's something about this daggone
Yeah, I know I usually get it Wednesday or Thursday, but I didn't see it. So I said, well, if it doesn't arrive by Sunday, I'll.
and then I didn't set up stuff probably till later anyway to do
Okay.
stuff, but
Okay.
they still should have sent it right away, I would think. I don't know. Don't ask me. Yeah, too glitchy. It don't make no sense. Okay, look like it shows that we're live streaming right now. What's up, people? We late a little bit, about 5 minutes, but technology is just when you got to depend on technology, that's always the issue.
Yes, indeed.
How's everything? This is I'm using this virtual background type of thing. It's um how's everybody doing? Sunday, last are we the last Sunday of the month? No, next
No.
week is. Next week is. This is the 18th. Next week is the last Sunday of the month.
Yep.
How's everybody doing with this Sunday thing out? Oh, you know what? I left the damn. Well, she's just gonna have to hold on for a minute. I was gonna be downstairs. I left the. Well, let's just keep on. I'm just gonna keep
You
on.
sure?
Um, yeah, I left the sun porch on, and I'm open up here, and she's not going. It's just too. It gets to be a lot to do anymore. Um, I didn't know what I was going to do it out there or that cat and stuff. But hold on for a minute. Let me go. Let me do something. Hold on, right.
We ain't trying to have sneakers run away.
But if he run away, he just run away.
Yeah. Well, we hope everyone had a good. Hoping everybody had a good week. Mine was good. Getting into, well, hopefully, what if you're here in the Columbus, Ohio area, we're expecting a little bit of snow this Wednesday. Nothing, nothing that's gonna amount to anything, but still, snow in April. Didn't Prince make a song like that? So it's not going to last, but still, your mindset is ready to get spring going and all. But anyone should know who's been born and raised in Ohio that it doesn't get warm and stay warm. At least in my opinion, it doesn't get warm and stay warm until after Memorial Day. It seems that that's how it always goes in my opinion. That it once it hits that certain temperature, and then after Memorial Day, then boom. Then sometimes it goes right into summer. Hopefully that's not the case this year. So just hold tight, everybody. Greg will getting getting handle what he needs to handle. So we'll just hold tight till he gets till he gets back. You know, it's how it is sometimes with the live. It's unexpected. I've got a. You could probably hear him in the background. I've got a runaway cat. Speaking of cats, in here, he's trying to. I think he's going through his zooming stage now. So you'll probably be hearing him running back and forth in the background. Yes, I'm talking about you. Don't want me to- You want to take a look, Puma? Come here. Come here. Oh, no, you don't want to come to me. Fine. That's just great. So for those of you who might have caught our show last week, we were talking about the challenge that our 5-day the 5-day challenge that the MLSP group is undertaking this week. Hey, there he
Yes, I'm back.
is.
Okay. Yeah, I had to close up some stuff. I forgot, left open downstairs. I wasn't for sure what I was gonna do. Was gonna be on my laptop or down there. Just when you're using two computers to do stuff, it gets to be a little
Oh yeah,
daunting.
yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine.
I was on the laptop, and then seemed like there was some issues. I'm still getting my internet upgraded. They had to do something on the poles, but they can't come out here till Wednesday to do what they got to do inside. So that's the gist of what's going on with me. Every time, everything in business with all this technology, some of this stuff just doesn't work as efficient. I mean, it's great, but sometimes it's just glitchy as hell. It doesn't work as efficient as it should or as it can. Trying to see if we. Okay, yeah, we're on here. So, how's everybody doing? Sunday, we're doing another Sunset Sunday. I don't know, Kent. Well, I heard Kent was trying to explain to you. We got a LinkedIn challenge through MLSP going on right now on the second day. LinkedIn's a different animal in some ways. In some ways, it's not. I mean, when you get into social media, everybody says all these platforms are different and all that other stuff. One's just for social. Well, they're all social media. That, from the standpoint, whatever. This is why I look at it from. I may be right, I might be wrong. But I try to keep a lot of stuff very simple where everybody wants to get into all these intricate things. Well, the training in social media or the LinkedIn training is geared because LinkedIn is known for quote unquote professionals,
Right.
whatever that means. Okay. Let's put it bluntly, corporate America, corporate fucks, what most of us wanted to get away from or trying to get away from. But there's no reason why you can't market on social media. It's like any other social media platform. You just got to know the target market you're going to do with. Now, LinkedIn was mostly known for people looking for jobs. There was a national thing came out, said something about 744,000 people did claims of unemployment. That's a lot of people. Okay. But they said in Ohio, it went down to 6 something. So I don't, there's a lot of, you could say misinformation. You got information saying this is happening. You got information over here saying that's happening. It's just like with this COVID thing, you got they stopped the J&J vaccines because blood clot things. AstraZeneca over in Europe had the same issue. So, there's a whole lot of news that could be true and some could be not true. I guess you got to take all this stuff with a grain of salt, but I wouldn't say not to get the vaccine or whatever. It's just like, I wouldn't say not to market on LinkedIn. You just got to understand the environment of LinkedIn and try to take it for what it is. Only thing I don't agree with when the training, and we're going to show you probably some of that, is that they try to make people sound like they are. They are. They try to make the corporate people sound like they're real stuffed shirts. Okay? In some ways they are. But my attitude is treat people how you want to be treated anyway. I don't care what platform you're on. People just want to be talked to as humans. And if you're marketing something, make sure whatever you're marketing, whatever stuff that you got going on is something that those people can use. There's too many people I've come across even on that platform. They market in a way acting like that everybody needs their stuff. And just because, and this has been a whole,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
this is what they need to talk about, and maybe they will. That's why sometimes I think some of these things go more longer than they need to go. You could talk about a whole lot of stuff in an hour. Maybe they just, I don't know. No matter if you're doing Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all those kind of platforms are have to be a niche environment. I don't give a shit where you're trying to market. If people don't need what you have to offer, they're not gonna buy from you. Don't care what you think you got as great, that's not their concern. If they don't need it, they're not gonna talk to you about it. You know, they're in this training, they talk about, industry verbiage. Well, the people in the industry sometimes don't use that verbiage. Just talk to people so they can, don't try to be so professional where you're over some people's head. Because, they get into this thing. And you know what? I wouldn't talk to a doctor about MLSP unless he's having problems marketing. But I have to find that out. I wouldn't talk to a doctor about a network marketing opportunity unless he's trying to get out of his industry because he's not making any money, it's taking up much of his time, or he don't have time and money to enjoy his family. Those are the kind of things you gotta find out. I don't give a shit what damn platform you're on. You gotta find out what is it that them people need. The biggest issue with all marketing online today is spam. Everybody is not your prospect. And see, this is why I wrote that book 4 years ago, 5 Keys to Success in Today's Market, because I kept saying that the active thing of prospecting is what's getting people in network marketing in trouble, because they think everybody that's around them is a prospect. No, they're not. No, everybody don't need your mess. If you got somebody who likes cream of wheat and you trying to feed them oatmeal, they're gonna look at you funny. It's just like somebody who likes Pepsi versus Coke or 7-Up versus Sprite. They're gonna look at you funny. Don't try to feed them something they ain't interested in. The biggest thing in this whole mess is solving a problem. That's it. Keep it that simple. I don't care. Okay, let's go. We can go on LinkedIn, we can go on all these platforms, but if these people don't need what you got to offer, man, they don't care. Okay, they don't care. And I think too many times we think people care about that stuff. They don't. Let's go up in here, see. Let's see what's going on here. MLSP marketing. Okay. Let's just go in here and just check out, folks. This is when I made a. Let's see. I talked to somebody in here yesterday. Maybe it's Stacy Hall. I don't know if you're not part of MLSP, you probably might not know who these people are. But here's one of the things she mentioned in this group about about your profile, how to label yourself online. Well, a lot of stuff online may not be to your thing, and if you got a job too, it may work. But if you're like me, I'm not working for somebody. I kind of fall in between multimedia design, graphic design. But this is where I run through digital marketing, branding, strategy, and planning. content creation and analysis. Okay, this is where I dwell in when when I say what I do. But I also help people develop businesses, business development. They don't actually have a thing on LinkedIn that talks about business development, as a profile thing. I would change some of my profile on it. The weirdest thing that I noticed on LinkedIn, I'm gonna show you something. Okay, why? This is weird. This is another thing that's weird about all this stuff online. Nothing is congruent anymore. Like I have the LinkedIn thing on my Google on my laptop, but when I go on here, it don't show the same thing. I don't understand that. Let's this go? And it probably not gonna let me in here. Let me go here. See, LinkedIn is weird. LinkedIn's a weird animal, people. If I see, it's not gonna let me in here. I don't know why it's not. See, I don't feel like going in through this way. This is why I don't, when you go on different platforms or business things, they don't seem to let you work the same thing. And that's what gets on my nerves about all this. This is not what I'm not sure what. No, that is my primary. So why is it that? Okay, it let me in. Now, when I go, oh, so since I've changed some stuff on my profile, like when I went on my profile on my phone, it didn't have some things that I saw when I go on the laptop. Like it didn't have all the endorsements and recommendations. My views have gone up, and I don't understand. It's like all the stuff that I had and what I've done was on the profile that showed on my phone, but when I go on here, it shows something different. It's a lot of these places are glitchy as hell.
Indeed.
And I need to do something about that. Well, maybe they just don't give a fuck. I don't know. So right here, it just shows what stuff that I do. Now see, right here, when I go on here, when I went on my laptop, this didn't show. None of that showed. None of all this stuff show. Activities, all this stuff didn't show. All this, social media endorsements. Okay, all my endorsements and stuff. This didn't show at first. I don't know what's what. That's like I said. These sites are very glitchy. I don't know how do you were you on the training today, Ken?
Yeah, I did. I did catch. I caught a good part of it today, and I have to. I have to agree that and maybe it's just my perception. I thought and I do like Stacey's go for yes thing, but I think she was just a little bit too quote, for lack of a better term, rough on the on this one. I mean, yeah, I got some nuggets as to what she was saying, about LinkedIn being a different animal because we all know that it is a different animal. But
Yeah,
as,
it
as
is.
as
But
long as we're being forthright and congruent in what we're saying, I personally don't see what's the big difference. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, you're not as if we're in most of the people that are coming out of MLSP are in the home business network marketing space. Okay, straight off.
Mhm.
Now they should know that right off. And like it showed on there, you can go. Let's go back. You can go on here. Let's see here. You can go on here and look up people in that area. They got a search thing here, and I've done it. I was here. Let's see, network marketing. There's a bunch of people, network marketing groups, network marketing specialists.
Mhm.
You can look up here and engage with people who are in network marketing. And if that's the case, then well, here's one of my videos 9 months ago. Okay, so I've been on LinkedIn a while. I was getting a lot of people hitting me up, and I
Okay.
didn't really follow none of this stuff. I'm just straight to the point. There's another one 9 months ago. This is some of my blog posts. Learn to be the hunted, not the hunter. Okay, if anybody follow me, you remember that one. I did a thing called Tuesday Tips for Business. That's a YouTube thing. These are all information that help people in that space. And this is where I primarily hit at. I didn't hit at doctors or, people who have a job. Now, if there's people who use network marketing, as they say, the side hustle, that's a different story. But I was primarily hitting people, like I said, what we hear on Sunset Sunday is to educate people two things. Either you can start a business online, educate people to make them aware if you want to leave your corporate plantation.
Mhm.
Or we're here to help network marketers leverage their business better and have a lifestyle, because most network marketers are taught to chase people all the time, be it physically or online. Neither one of those to me are appealing. If they're not appealing to you, then we need to get together and help you stop doing it. If you like chasing people on Facebook and Twitter and all that other stuff and all that, that's fine. But we are still at a point where it's limited what we can do physically out in the world, because we are still we're still tied down to this COVID thing, people. And I think sometimes people are acting like COVID is gone because some of these places are opening up stuff. But Ohio, Franklin County is at a purple level. That's the most infectious level that you can be at. So
Right.
right there, it's telling you everybody needs to slow their roll when it comes to this, people being around folks, even though it's summertime coming in. This ain't no joke.
Right.
I've been fully vaccinated. My 2 weeks was Friday. So, you need to take some kind of precautions. And the vaccine, like I said, the vaccination is not just for you, it's for you not spreading it to people that you care about.
Right.
And when it comes to marketing and business and all that other stuff and events, they are fine, but they ain't worth making a whole population sick, because you do that and you have no population that's productive. It don't matter what you got going. Don't matter. Okay? We got to recognize what we are here for and how we are doing whatever we're doing. Because this is about helping people, but we got to recognize we got to leverage our time and money and resources to do it where we're not all up in people's face about this. And because this shit's still, it's still contagious. And granted, you know, LinkedIn, all these social platforms are great, but the one thing that they all have in favor is people. Stop treating people like they some redhead stepchild when it comes to marketing. People, I don't care if they're if you're in network, if you're a nurse or whatever you're in, lawyer, you're gonna tend to go to those people. Granted, I understand that. But don't tell people network marketers are different. Network marketers are a different animal. Okay, regardless if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, whatever. I just showed you that you can go there and look up network marketing groups and market to them. LinkedIn, when you post, allows you to target. Okay, it allows you to target those specific groups. Go in there, maybe engage, connect with some people, but it allows you to target those specific groups. Be straightforward who you are. Be straightforward in your posts and say, we are here. I'm here to help network marketers leverage their time and money without chasing people all over social media and the malls. That's what it is. Right. If that's not what you want to do, most of them are they can't do that because of, like I said, we are still in a pandemic, people. Pandemic ain't over.
Yep.
And if I don't know, there's a lot of people act like this thing is stopped, is over with. We can go back to normal, whatever normal life is, and it's not that thing. And they're gonna keep messing around with folks, and we're gonna have a bigger surge than they wanna, you know, mess with.
Yeah.
You're gonna say why you're gonna have a lot of people not being able to do their business, not being able to do everything. Just keep it. I'm keeping it very to the point, short, no bullshit about no pretentiousness, just that we need to understand we are still in a climate, we're still in a time factor where everything is still restricted as far as what we can and cannot do. And you know, I don't care what all these other people say they're gonna do, because at the end of the day, it's all about your safety and your family. You the one gotta live with your family and take all that stuff back to them. So you might as well be safe, leverage technology to do your business, because it is not worth running around places, not wearing masks. I see now these places in Columbus, some of the salsa things are open, and some of them been open up for a couple of months.
Okay.
And some of them are not wearing the mask and all, but it's these youngins out here. I'm not going there around there, even though I've been fully vaccinated.
Yeah, and trust me, Greg, I hear you, because I wanted to go to the spring game yesterday. I wanted to go to the spring game last year, but everything jumped off, and that was a no-no. So I wanted to go to the spring game this year, even though like yourself, I'm fully vaccinated, but I'm like, 19,000 people still
19,000 people is a lot of motherfuckers that are in there. You hear me?
And I'm like, yeah, I know they're gonna be distant, but man, I said no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
Now what's gonna happen, Arnold? And you know, there are some people did not take precautions, and you know, there's some people that are not vaccinated, not even got the first one, and they got 19,000 people in the stands. That's a lot of people. Then you talk about you still shouldn't be having a whole lot of people. 19,000. Come on, folks. That's a lot of damn people. And then they count. Wait a minute. This is what don't make no sense. This really don't make no sense. How do you cancel the Ohio State Fair, but you didn't cancel this?
Exactly.
See, football ain't that important to me. On no rank. Sports like that. I went for the first time in the year, I went over to our church where their martial arts, but everybody that was training the martial arts was masked up. Okay? I'm not going around people that are walking around here think this thing is a fucking joke when you got 3 million people that have died worldwide or infected. You know, people, y'all need to grow up. And it's bad to say it, but it seems like white males think this thing is a fucking joke. I'm not saying, but that's what the statistic is showing. And I'm not going to be around folks that are walking around here think this is a damn joke.
Right.
We're not, you know, as far as all this marketing stuff, I'm not, I'm bad to say it. I think I saw some of the people, some people that are in MLSP went to some event. I am not going to no event around no damn body and you know they ain't vaccinated. A lot of them. Ain't no business, ain't no event, ain't none of this shit worth that. See, there are people in this industry take too much things to extreme. And say, I got caught up in that bullshit too at one time. Me and my mother went to a damn thing. We were sick as a dog. Shouldn't have been there. But see,
we used to be road hogs. Yeah,
I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more. Ain't no business worth that. I don't give a shit what money you talking about. If you're dead, the money don't mean shit. If you're sick and can't be productive, the money don't mean shit.
Yeah, where we Charlotte, Nashville, Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, but this
Grand
one
Rapids.
was in the
yeah.
middle of winter. This
We
one
were
it
road
was
hogs.
it was the middle of winter. We went to Philly. It was Philly, Philadelphia. And I look back and said, why the hell did I go to Philadelphia? Wasn't feeling up the part to be gone. Doing that shit no more. That's what youth and stupidity do for you. They say the youth is wasted on the young. I wasn't that damn young. In my 40s. You know, I'm not doing stupid shit like that. Ain't no business, ain't no event, ain't none of that shit worth it, people. I don't know how you feel. There are people that are watching us today on this event, but there ain't none of that shit worth it. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I am not part of that kind of mindset. I'm not chasing people around the globe about shit. I'm not doing none of that stuff. Actuality, I haven't been to an event like that probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Because it got to a point for me. I'm just saying for me, I'm not telling people what to do and not to do. All the rah-rah, all that shit got on my nerves after a while. And then it disappeared and you're back to where I started not getting a benefit from it. If you're not getting a benefit from something, don't keep doing the same thing, think it's going to change. You got to change up. This is like anything in business. You got to change it. You got to adapt to situations that are happening. It's just like everybody's trying to find out what LinkedIn is about. LinkedIn ain't going to be for everybody. I'm going to be straight up honest to you. LinkedIn ain't going to be for everybody because what you're going to get, you're going to try to run. And I've done it. I talk to people I don't give a shit. LinkedIn, Twitter. I ain't trying to be in no lingo culture shit because that ain't who I am. Now, if those people don't like that shit, they can take a walk somewhere. It's like any show you don't like, change the damn channel. Right? You know, people. Let's keep all the pretentious bullshit out of all this. That's the thing that I see with some people in network marketing. Lord, I hate one of my biggest pet peeves about a relationship with anybody is their pretentious attitude. And women, you come off like your shit don't stink to me, you done. I'll cut you off like a damn somebody cutting off cable. I ain't with it. You think your shit is that fine? God ain't made nothing that damn fine. Nobody. You come off that way with me, I'm done. That's a deal breaker. Okay. I don't have time to deal with that. So I'm just being straight honest with folks about certain things. And with business, I'm like this. I'm gonna ask you, what do you want? What are you willing to do? And how much you willing to invest in yourself to get where you are? If you can't answer those questions, we cannot work with you. I cannot work with you.
No.
Okay. And straight up, I'm talking about everybody on all platforms, not just LinkedIn.
Because we've been there and done that.
Yeah, we've been there and done that shit. We rode hard and hang around wet. I'm too old for that damn shit. Now, like I said, I'll be 62 years old in a couple of weeks. I am not doing that. I'm gonna hit you straightforward about what do you want? Where do you want to go? Then we got tools to show you social platforms all over. We can hook you up with all kinds of stuff. But it's still going to be up to you to do something with it. I can show you all the stuff about LinkedIn all I want. I can go on here right now. Let's see if I can go find that what they were talking about earlier. I don't know. What's going on here? Nah. Oh, I'm all let me go here. Let me go back. I'm gonna see if I can find. They might not have. Prospect. This is the challenge, people. It's called prospecting and recruiting professionals. And I know I've been telling people I do not do prospecting. I do marketing. Okay. They use this term because in the network marketing field, they still use this term called prospecting. To me, prospecting is like the prospector who digs for gold. You're always digging, chasing. I'm not into that. Okay, I don't do that. Now, if that's what you feel comfortable doing, this is where you should probably be. I can lead you to this. We can lead you to this, but that's just not what I do as far as what I teach and how I build my business. Mm-hmm. I'm not into all that chasing people about business and all that stuff. We market. The only time I will talk to you, connect with you, unless you want some more information. It's about more information for me. It's not about hold your hand. You're grown. These are supposed to be professional people. Look, even in the network marketing thing, no matter what, you got to be somewhat of a professional thing.
Right.
It doesn't matter whether you're on LinkedIn or not. Okay. I think some of us get caught up in that professionalism so much they forget. If you're gonna do anything, that should be a thing all the way around. Okay, let's give you a little bit of this shit.
And Tiffany today, and we are going to help introduce you to the 9 requirements it takes to have a LinkedIn profile in order to be an all-star. So I want to give a couple of cautions, if you will, or ground rules, or apologies right up front. We have a lot to cover in this day 2 session. And I know that there are folks who are already asking questions about what category do you fit in with personal services and why is that important? And all of that, I'm going to ask you all to take a big, deep breath right now. Please take a deep breath, because what I'm introducing you to is during this challenge is the rules of the game. So Tiffany and Terry, if you'll go ahead and unmute. Tiffany, have you ever learned to play poker? Or Terry, have either one of you ever learned to play poker? Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiffany has. All right, so you know that you learned a little bit, you can bluff your way a little bit, but to really win at poker, you gotta know what you're doing, right? You gotta know the terminology. You have to know how to read the cards, read the other players. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, Terry, you never looked.
Hold on. Playing poker, you don't need to know no damn terminology. You just need to know how to fucking bullshit somebody. I mean, I think that's a kind of a piss poor analogy. We're critiquing and reviewing this, and I said that's in the link on there. Poker, that's why they call poker face. You show a certain thing that's not really what you're getting ready to do. Yeah, you gotta know how to play the game of the cards, but terminology, what terminology you need? All you need to know is how the cards drop. That ain't no special terminology. I don't know. So see, this is what I'm talking about, how some of the stuff just doesn't. Hold on, I'm gonna look. There was a John Glass comment on my post. Let me see what he got to say. Prospecting and rapport building is building relationships with people. It's called attraction marketing, and you don't have to chase friends or family. It's about putting out good content and engaging people so they reach out to you. Well, that's my whole point, John.
That's right, John. That's right.
Let me put that up. Yeah, that's my point. But there is a difference, John, between prospecting and marketing. They're not the two the same. Attraction marketing has nothing to do with prospecting. Okay? That's what we're trying to get people to understand. In the network marketing space, John, everybody wants to link prospecting and attraction marketing. As it says, you are to attract. Prospecting has nothing to do with attracting. Okay, prospecting in network marketing in its terms is about, it's really like they prospect, like the prospectors of the gold rush. They call them prospectors. They're always chasing the gold, digging for the gold. What we do in the true attraction marketing is what it calls traction marketing. What was it? Mike Dillard's book, Attraction. What was that damn book name? I got it. Well, that was where all that came from. I don't chase people. I don't teach people to chase people. Now, if you like doing that, that's fine. But you know, that's not what I do.
We know there's some that do out there.
Yeah, we know there's some people out there do that, but I don't use prospecting. You don't have to build. You know, prospecting. You can build rapport without prospecting. Mm-hmm. Prospecting is immediate, trying to get people into your business. From the network marketing, that's what they teach you. When you build rapport, you build an attraction or you build a connection. And it's not necessarily meaning just because I'm in network marketing that we have a rapport or attraction to each other. If that's all we got, the rapport and attraction got to be more than just because we're both in the same business niche. And I think people like to put that in together and say that, and it's not true. That's the biggest problem in this industry. You get people say, well, you seem like we're like-minded or whatever. They use that same network marketing term that everybody, we know. I've been in the industry too long. That's a short telltale sign saying, oh, you network marketing, which is nothing wrong. But if you really want to attract people, you got to come across somewhere different than what everybody else is told to say and do and how and whatever. And it ain't gonna, because the market's already saturated with marketers. So if when you start sounding like everybody else, then the market gets even more saturated.
Exactly.
LinkedIn, I look at all this, treat people like people. Quit trying to be so professional where you sound like a goddamn robot. I mean, everybody, you know, I just do not, that's my biggest problem with this whole industry. Most everybody are cooperative robots because they come from the business structure. Okay, they come from the system that tells you go to school, get a good job, and that. So they bring all that kind of stuff into this instead of relaxing and talking to people like they're human. And we do that too much, and they bringing that stuff into corporate America. We're not, as marketers, we're not in corporate America, people. We don't need to follow the game of corporate America in a way like we working for somebody. We follow the game of just being people to other people. Stop trying to be so corporate, professional, all that craziness. Because one of the reasons why some people are looking, because they tired of all that politics in the game of corporate America. They tired of the corporate plantation. And I'm pretty sure there are people that are on here that are looking, are tired of the corporate plantation and don't want to play that corporate bullshit anymore. Even though LinkedIn is known for jobs and all that other stuff.
Right.
Once you put your profile on LinkedIn, you put your profile as an educator, entrepreneur, whatever. Don't put your profile as a person looking for a job. But if you're looking for a job, that's fine, but understand there's a distinct difference. Okay? There's a distinct difference from you looking for a job from you being an entrepreneur trying to help those who want to get out of that game. And that's why we're trying to get people to understand you can get out of that game. Even if you're working another job, if you're trying to earn some extra money, the
Right.
biggest mistake you can do, especially since we're in the tax season, since it's been extended another month, is to get another job on top of the one you got. All you're doing is giving Uncle Sam some more money.
Mhm.
You know, when you hear people, and I'm gonna tell you, like I said this before, I was not a Trump supporter, and I still ain't. But to understand the game of business people, the politicians set the rules of the taxes way before a lot of us was born. Now, for us to sit up there and cry about Amazon and Facebook and all these other places are not paying enough taxes, we'll change the goddamn tax law. They're gonna play the game of the taxes that they take advantage of. Plain and simple. I keep it plain and simple. Until those tax laws change, they're gonna keep playing them games. Now,
Yeah.
Biden is trying to get this infrastructure game going. Granted, the people who have a lot more money should help, because we all living in this country. Ain't got shit to do with being a Democrat, Republican, fuck all that bullshit, okay, really. We all gotta live here.
Right.
Contrary to what a lot of people think. We all gotta live here. We hadn't have an infrastructure done in over 50 years, shit falling all down around us. We got to do this. We're almost 30 years in the digital age, and we sitting there 15 to 25 years behind Japan, and probably that much behind China when it comes to technology. And when we kicked Japan's ass, gave them the technology to rebuild. And what they do, they surpassed America, and we sitting up here playing with our schwang. And we sitting there way behind. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, I don't understand that. I've never understood that. So we got to stop bullshitting all around. And as business people and everything, we are in a situation where if we didn't have the internet, and I said this once before, we didn't have the internet and social media, US would have been fucked. The global economy would have been fucked. I don't give a damn what the business things would have said. If we didn't have the leveraging factors of e-commerce, we could have probably kissed our ass goodbye as far as the economy is concerned. That's what saved America. And we are in a time period right now where we better recognize that we better build the infrastructure where There's gonna be another one of these situations, people. There's gonna be another one. And if we're not prepared technology-wise and whether we're gonna get fucked. Plain and simple. We're gonna get screwed and not get kissed. And that's what people need to understand from a whole standpoint of environment and all this stuff, business. There's just certain people that don't want other people to have certain. You doing that to other people is doing nothing but screwing yourself. Because you sure in hell ain't gonna want to go out there and do with that stuff that other people have to go out there and do. Somebody's gonna have to do it. Somebody's gotta go out there and pick the fruit. Somebody's gotta do that. And if you don't keep them people safe, they're gonna say, Stugotz. They ain't gonna do this shit. I wouldn't let this bodega fall. Excuse me, why go through all that stuff? I wouldn't have my kids do that. It's not worth it. Okay. Now the 9 requirements LinkedIn profile. We can go a little bit. I ain't gonna go through all this.
Learn to play poker?
Cards defy me.
Okay. Did you ever learn to play Monopoly?
Yes, that I did.
Okay, so there's rules to Monopoly, right?
Yeah.
All right, so for everybody out there, I'm introducing you, we today are introducing you to the rules of how to play LinkedIn. And I'm going to just escape from this for just a moment, and we're going to pull up, if you will.
We should have the gambler playing.
Say again?
We should have the gambler playing.
I get, well, it's not really a gamble though. That's the difference between poker and LinkedIn, but looking like a professional, being able to show up at the table like a professional does require knowing.
Hold on. Here's where I get looking like, what does looking like a professional mean? What does that mean to you, Tinkan?
Well, we discussed it earlier, but
Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Basically, a stuffed shirt. You got to, there's this guideline that you must follow. You have to adhere to. If you do not adhere to it, repercussions are going to be swift and harsh.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Yeah, she had said that one time, like right now, if you're gonna be in the online game, this is what all platforms need to understand. This is what Facebook understood, and this is why all of them follow Facebook. Okay, they understood the engagement necessity. They understood the tools that you need. You know, they say a network marketers. Y'all always talking about is a people game, is a rapport game. Well, once we're in a pandemic like we are, you need tools to do that without having to be up in somebody's face. The biggest problem with LinkedIn right now, they are still behind the game. They're only allowing certain people to use live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? If you're gonna be in the game of online marketing, you need to open that up to every damn body who's got a profile, because they'll find it somewhere else. Okay, they'll find it somewhere else. You don't, and I'm not saying but you don't need LinkedIn if you can't use the tools that you want to learn. Now, there are people that use third-party things to stream on LinkedIn. They don't like that shit. Well, then open the shit up. Because after a while, if you don't, you're talking about follow the rules of online marketing are going to supersede your internal rules. Because if you don't understand the game of what's going on out in this stream, nobody gives a fuck about your damn internal rules. Your internal rules can be by yourself. Okay? Really. That's just the way I feel about all this stuff. And people, you know, I hear this all the time. Is that, you know, it's like we're going back into a corporation.
Exactly.
Workplace. Most people that got on this thing ain't trying to hear all that kind of shit. We understand that, okay? But it's this is why I hear it, but I've been using LinkedIn way before this training came about. And a lot of the stuff didn't really apply to me. I had people coming to me all the time. I had
Right.
people coming to me, asking me about my business, just like that guy who even interviewed me. That was from LinkedIn. I didn't chase his ass on LinkedIn about no business.
Mhm.
It was about the content that I put on LinkedIn, like I've done on Twitter, like I've done on Facebook, like I've done on all these places.
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't change a lot of different things like she's talking about. Like you go, oh, say somebody's getting in touch with me right now. Lonnie Dormindo, dear Gregory. See, somebody's connected with me right now while I'm doing this thing, this show. And it ain't got nothing to do with whether I did this or that. It's just being who I am. Attraction marketing. Let's keep attraction marketing simple, people. Attraction marketing is learning to be and being comfortable with who you are.
There it is.
This company is in the Philippines, folks. I don't know. They're contacting me. This popped up right now live while I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so this is my point. LinkedIn ain't that much different than doing shit on Facebook. For the simple fact, you're dealing with people.
Mhm.
People is the catalyst. You're right. You got to have rapport and dealing with people. Whoever you're trying to market to, whatever niche you're trying to market to, that's how you be. But don't be, don't be so over stuffed shirt and talk to people like, don't try to be so clinical in your terms and stuff. Talk to people like that. It's a social media. No matter what you do, you're not at a job. It's and all in all, it is a social media platform, and you're working from home. Okay, you don't have to answer to nobody. You're not looking for a job. You're not looking for a boss. If you're looking for a job or boss, that's a different story.
Right.
Like I said, what we teach and what we're doing, we are attracting people who want to work from home, who want to buy back their own time, who want to sleep till they done. As I said, that's why I got in this. All those time of catalysts is what I want. All that other, be honest with all that other mess is really irrelevant. I think sometimes this is more, and I'm not trying to knock her, but this is much more of a woman's group. Who she attracts is more women.
True.
She
That's true.
attracts more Caucasian women. There's a demographics that is more probably conservative than what I am. As far as that, I'm this kind of butt fucking wild in a way, but I'm just telling like I see it is. I don't get into a whole lot of all that other mess. People want to be known to be relatable, and they don't need all that corporate bullshit. If you're looking for a job, yeah. Well, what LinkedIn, you got to decide two things. If you're looking for a job, this is fine. And all in all, because that's what LinkedIn was for. It's a job, corporate stuff, sure. If you're looking to market your business and everything, you got to be very selective. You just can't put shit out. You can once in a while, but you got to be very targeted.
Yes.
And the one thing she's right, you don't have to play this hide and go seek with your business. The people on LinkedIn want to know, what do you do? What do you have to offer? Just be fucking direct. Don't be none of that curiosity bullshit. It all depends, people. It all depends. It all depends on what you want to do, where you want to go. And see, I remember the time, this is where I'm aging myself, I guess. And this ain't that long ago. I don't know if you remember this, Kent. There were people, there were bosses. And I had this interview. and they did this to the millennials, you young heads out here. Asking folks to give them their LinkedIn profile because they want to show what they were posting on it. I mean, I said,
Oh, yes, I do.
that ain't none of your damn business.
Mhm.
See, maybe that's the problem. Maybe, I don't know if she's going to address that. I don't know if that's the same problem now. I don't give nobody, I didn't give nobody when I was in that job shit, why I quit looking at the job. Ain't none of your business what I post on Facebook.
Mhm.
Ain't none of your business. You employers, employees, or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, that ain't none of your business.
Right.
Especially and when I'm off the clock, I don't work for you. If I'm working for you off the clock, I want a paycheck. I want to be being paid. Once you leave the corporate plantation, they ain't paying you. So that ain't none of their goddamn business what you put on Facebook.
There it is.
See, I'm gonna talk to you straight and no pretentious bullshit. Because there's too many times folks in these corporate things, they want to control. See, they understand now that corporate America is getting hammered because with technology, they don't need you that much, corporate America. We as network marketers or whatever, we have all this technology where we don't have the expenditures that most traditional businesses have that they have to put out. All we need is an internet connection and a device, and we're in business and create content. That's all we need. We don't need to go to a bank, ask for a $60,000 loan or $2.1 million loan, which they won't give you no damn way.
Mhm.
We don't need that. And that's where they don't like. This is why they, when in the early part of Trump's thing and latter part of Bush, they wanted to cut this net neutrality. They wanted to slow down the internet because the internet is an information highway. The information was getting out to people telling them we don't need corporate America for a job. It's too late. Most people know that. That's why you got an overabundance of shit. People know that. They know that intellectually, but they don't feel that emotionally. Until you understand that emotionally, you'll hang on to the corporate fuck nuts, corporate structure, okay? And you'll depend on that. And once they know you are dependent on that, they'll do things. They'll try to say, oh, you cannot do this. We want your LinkedIn. We want your Facebook. Nah, man, you're not getting shit. I told him, you ain't getting. I remember this one chick called me from Franklin University. Okay, after I graduated, got my wasn't my master's, my Bachelor of Fine Arts in graphic or digital design.
Okay.
She said, well, we'd like to hire you, but she said, what you been doing? I said, I've been freelancing. This is when I was doing all digital marketing for this nightclub called Spain Nightclub here in Columbus, Ohio.
Mhm.
She gonna tell me that I had to stop doing that to work for Franklin. I told that chick, this is what I want. For me to do that, you have to pay me about $5 million. I knew that would tell her that she would like look at me stupid.
Mhm.
But you're not gonna tell me that I'm gonna give up my part of my business to work for you? Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I was making pretty good money with doing the marketing for Spain.
Okay.
I mean, back then we didn't have the social media like we had because the marketing, I had to design marketing cards, then I had to send them off to this place downtown so they can print them off. Okay, we didn't have all this kind of stuff, so that was cost too. I could have made a lot more money if it was just all digital like we got now.
Mhm.
I could change it. If there was something fucked up, that was money out of there. I had to redo and get all that shit printed over again. If there's something that you wanted to change now, all you got to do is get the file, change the stuff, and re-upload it, and it's done.
Right.
That's the beauty of what we are into right now versus back in the day when I got into this. Okay. This is why a lot of y'all don't understand. Y'all got it so easy, less stress, less money that you have to shove out. And all you got is to have your device and an internet connection, people. That is it. And learn some skill sets about attraction and content creation and marketing. And I'm not talking about, and I'm saying, like I said, not chasing everybody all over the internet trying to convince them to be in your business. I'm not trying to convince nobody to be in my business. You can see the value of it, you don't.
That's it.
That is it. It's just like martial arts. We didn't chase people around our classes from martial arts back in the 80s. Me and Mike Austin were talking about that earlier. We had the biggest class, one of the biggest classes in Columbus back then. We did no marketing. It was word of mouth because we brought value to martial arts world. It's all about bringing the right value, not bullshit. Not telling people they got to be certain people got out. People are leaving corporate America for a reason to not to have to do all that shit. People don't want to hear all that. You got to be on LinkedIn because you got to like a professional. You know, I like to ask them on that. What is professional to you? Yeah, I'm waiting for her to say, well, I gotta wear a suit and tie. No, fuck that. Now I'm at home. I'm not wearing a suit and tie mentally, and I'm not gonna wear a suit and tie physically. I'm gonna talk to you, look, this is what we have to offer. If it's of value, if you see it as anything that can help you with the problems you have a lead gen problems, we have some solutions to that. No, we got all these people that are in Bitcoin and all that stuff. And you know, we got some solutions for a lot of them because all they doing is spamming people.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing people about Bitcoin. I just invested some stuff in Bitcoin just the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. But I ain't do that. I'm not chasing motherfuckers around on the internet to ask them about it because they're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. And I had to show this other guy about that same thing. He said, well, I don't want none of your marketing. I want to stay with my cryptocurrency. I'm like, well,
I didn't ask you to leave.
you still got to tell people about it. The best way I'll try to show you a leveraging way to market. I mean, that's what the problem is. Network marketers are taught to prospect and chase people all over. That's why I wrote that book. Well, I haven't done. Do I have a copy of it over here? I don't know if I got a copy of my book. It's downstairs, but that's why I wrote I did a book back in 2016 called The 5 Keys of Success in Today's Market. Knowing the difference between prospecting and marketing. And there's a difference. Until you know that there's a difference between the two, most network marketers are going to struggle because they think prospecting is marketing. Ain't got nothing to do with one another.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with one another. All I see is 9:15, man. So I hope you got people, you got some sort of value from what we've been talking about this evening. Like you know, we're not here. We don't hold nothing back. We don't bullshit about what we're gonna talk about, how we feel about a lot of different things. Everything is about straight to the point. And like he said, he totally. This guy named John Glass says, yeah, being yourself. Yes, I agree totally. Yeah, that's right, John. It's 100% about being yourself. Most people in corporate America are taught not to be themselves. They want to be, everybody ain't no stuffed shirt. If you want to track people, find out who you are. Yeah, you're going to talk to different people different ways because of how they are.
Obviously, yeah.
It's just like martial arts. I got this book by Bruce Lee back in the day called, well, he had a thing called Be Like Walter. It was a book that he had, and his daughter, Shannon Lee, wrote the foreword and expanded it out. And Bruce Lee was always talking about the one thing a martial artist always try to be is like water. any liquid, water, liquid, like this drink I'm having, this excess, no matter what I would pull it in, I took it out of this can and poured it into this glass. As a martial artist, you have to adapt to every situation. As a business owner, I don't give a shit what business you in. When there's disruptions, like the one that we're currently in now, you have to adapt or you're gonna die.
Right.
When Netflix came out, and what was that one place that went out of business because they couldn't adapt?
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. Blockbuster could not adapt to the change of market when Netflix came out. Blockbuster went out of business.
Mhm.
Now these bookstores went out of business because they couldn't adapt to it with Amazon. The changing market's gonna always be changing. If you can't adapt, change with it, you're done. If you network marketers that are out here, if you always thinking that you got to be up in somebody's face to show them that your business and don't use social media and technology to market, you're done. I'm not gonna argue with you about it.
Mhm.
We're not open up yet, people. The pandemic ain't over. We don't know when this motherfucker's gonna be all closed. I mean, we don't know. We do not know what's gonna happen. Everybody hoping by the summer, but truthfully, until they said what they got, what did they say they had 80 million vaccinated in the United States?
Yeah, I think that's between 76 and 80 million now. Yeah.
You got 320 million people in the United States, people. We got to get at least half to a quarter of those people, I guess, to gain what they call herd immunity.
Herd immunity. Yep.
If y'all don't take this seriously, we're going to be sitting here another year doing the same damn thing we're doing right now. But I've been doing stuff online anyway. Don't make me no difference.
There you
The
go.
only thing
That's
thing I'm missing is my honey that lives overseas and going out dancing salsa. That's what I'm missing. Other than that,
Mhm.
I don't need to go on no events. I don't need to sit up there with 200,000 people journey. That ain't gonna change the fact of whether I can build my business or not. I don't need to be around people like, because you can have an event online like they've been doing. They're gonna have Asian Festival. The Asian Festival is gonna be virtual. Okay? So, with that being said, people, we're gonna end this at 9:20.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You got any more, let me get off here. You got any more things to add on, say?
Shout out to John that just that commented, and anybody else who joined us live tonight.
Yeah, we want to have a shout out to John. That was in the what was that, in the MLM baby boomers section, I think that was.
All right.
Let me look.
All right.
Let me look. Yeah, that's in MLM baby boomers. Yes, I'm a baby boomer. I'll be 62, people. 62 in a cup. May 3rd, I'll be 62. Yes. So I'm a baby boomer. I'm in that in between Gen X and baby boomer situation. So any other baby boomers that might be watching this presentation,
or Gen X,
more shout out to you guys.
Yeah, or Gen Xers like myself. So I'll be hitting ring number 54 later in the summer. So
Oh, you still a little baby.
Yeah, everybody can't be as old as Methuselah over here. So
Hey, we ain't old as Methuselah. Methuselah was what, 3,000 years old? Shit, I don't want to be here that damn long. Damn, unless I got my health and whatever. Hey, but you know what I'm saying. It's just
Yeah.
It's just that
Oh,
people,
yeah.
it's
It-
just,
it- and it's a blessing to be the ages that we're, because
yeah, because there's a lot of people
a
that
lot of us haven't reached that.
they
They
didn't
haven't
make.
been able to reach it.
I had a friend that lived in Brazil, and Brazil's probably the epicenter of the world now because they got a damn president that's like the one we had, thinking this damn COVID thing is bullshit.
Mhm.
He contracted it and died back in November. This shit ain't no bullshit, people. This ain't nothing to play a game with. Granted, you gotta keep healthy, but there were healthy people that were catching this and dying. People.
Exactly.
This ain't got nothing to do with all that. Some people want to say, well, it's because Americans eat so much shit. Well, yeah, they do. But there were healthy people that were dying because of this damn thing. This is not nothing to fuck around with. And I ain't trying to be up in no damn place with a bunch of people hacking and coughing and sneezing on each other. And they probably ain't never been, it's just like, hey, why you think Europe went into the dark ages with the plague? Because the motherfuckers didn't know how to wash their ass. Really. That's really why. When you got rats running around here, you got people defecating in the street, they didn't know how to do certain things. That's why. India right now is so bombarded with this COVID. They don't have any places to bury people. They're running out. And that probably they talking about bodies gonna be decaying in the street. What they need to do, and this is what I've been saying, what they did in the Philippines, when they were having problems earlier on, they were cremating them. The only way I don't know if it's so health-wise good to try to have mass burial. Because I bet you a lot of those bodies weren't embalmed because they had so many of them. And if they're not doing that, how much you gonna bury bodies like that and the disease is decaying, that virus is gonna leave their host and go somewhere else. The only way you destroy a virus in a host like that is cremation. That's something they need to think about. They had a mass grave fire up in New York back last March. If that could be one of the catalysts of why we've been having all these upsurges. Because those bodies that they mass buried, they didn't cremate them.
Could be.
They need to check on that. I'm not saying I know all this stuff, but that's something to think about, folks.
Right.
That's something to think about. All right, folks. With that being said, I hope you got value from what we've been talking about. Somebody on here named Stephanie Bell. Let me see. Oh, this is another. She shared a post on a mug that something I posted on there. Okay, but this is what we like, people. We like people engaging with our show. We need more of that. John on Baby Boomers, tell people about if you're still on there, tell people about our show, John Glass. We do this show every Sunday night, 8 p.m. I've been doing this thing for 4 years, 5 years. We've been doing this panel for a year. So if you thought there's value, John Glass, please share this out to anybody that will get value of what we're saying as network marketers, MLM marketers, or whatever. We do this every Sunday, 8 p.m. Pretty soon, probably next month, we're going to change the time between 8:30 and 8:45. Probably right after Memorial Day, where it's going to be the unofficial start of the summer season. My time. Look at Kent. He's like, nah, they get too damn hot. You're going to have one more day of your meat locker with.
Hey, you full well, you know full well why I have my reasons for advocating for old man Winter, you know. So, but it is what it is. I deal with it anyway. So I get through it. I get through it.
Yeah, like I had to get through with the winter and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I always said, at the end of this story, under this show every day, and this is not my quote, this comes from Les Brown, folks. Les Brown always say, don't drop dead, because a heart attack rate always goes up Sunday night. I don't care if you're working from home through corporate America or you got to go to the plantation. People are stressed out on Sunday, between now and Monday morning, and the heart attack rate goes up probably 90% because of that, because of all the situation that we live in now. Don't let them replace you and put your daggone job in the paper before they even get your obituary in. And that's what they'll do. Don't give a damn. I'm being straight up with you. I don't care how corporate thinks. I hope, because I'll put this video, this program up on LinkedIn. Okay. I target network marketers, online marketers, all those type of people. That's what I'm talking. This ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
It's not for everybody on LinkedIn, but I use LinkedIn to do it. I use Instagram, and I use I use another software. This is gonna go on there anyway. Twitter, all that kind of stuff. My primary marketing platform is Facebook. Okay. I do some other things. We may go do some stuff like that another time, because tools are very important, people. In any business that you're in, there's tools of every trade. With that being said, my name is Greg Smith, business partner Ken Robertson right here. We chop it up here every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Peace. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll talk to you next time. We're out.
See you next week.